Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Dean Kennedy will now open the program.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our 2025 Law Day Banquet and Barrister's Ball. My name is Jim Kennedy, and I'm the CEO and Dean of New England Law Boston. It's an honor to share this night with you all. This is a signature event for our law school, something that our community looks forward to every year. I'm especially excited to be here as this is my first law day at New England Law. This evening, thank you. This evening is a unique opportunity for students, alumni, faculty, staff, friends, and family to gather and connect. I hope you all make the most of this opportunity. Look around. This is our New England law community, and I'm proud to be here with all of you tonight. I want to extend a few special welcomes. First, my sincerest welcome to our distinguished guests and alumni who honor us with their time and support, not only tonight, but throughout the year. I'm truly grateful for the many ways you support New England law. Please know that you hold an invaluable place in our community. I also want to extend a warm welcome to our keynote speaker, Massachusetts Appeals Court Chief Justice Amy Lyn Blake. Chief Justice Blake will be formally introduced by Chairman Balboni before her keynote address. Our law school is tremendously proud of Chief Justice Blake, a 1992 graduate and a recipient of some of our most prestigious academic awards. She's a pioneer in Massachusetts judiciary, and I know we all look forward to hearing from her later this evening. Thank you so much, Chief Justice Blake. As our students certainly know, our law school community has one of the most dedicated staff and faculty around, many of whom are here tonight. I want to extend a special welcome to the distinguished members of our emeritus faculty who join us here today. Thank you for sharing this evening and so much of your professional lives with us. And of course, welcome to the New England Law student body. As you all know, this evening also features our Barrister's Ball, and there'll be plenty of time to celebrate, responsibly of course, with your fellow students and guests. You've worked hard and waited a long time for this night. You deserve an incredible celebration, and that's exactly what you're going to get. The ball also marks a shared celebration of Law Day, which the legal community observes annually to promote awareness of our nation's legal system and its role in democratic society. This year's theme is the Constitution's promise, out of many, one, a nod to the phrase that served for so many years as our nation's de facto motto and continues to serve as a reminder of our shared values. In closing, I'd like to recognize the Dean's Office, staff, and Student Bar Association for the enormous effort that went into tonight's event. I appreciate the work of the SBA Social Affairs Committee, co-chairs Nika Naji and Justina Gergis, for working so collaboratively with Assistant Dean Jackie Pilgrim and the hardworking staff members who make this event possible. I'm grateful to you all and look forward to an amazing night. I will now turn the program over to Nika and Justina, who will introduce the head table guests. Once the introductions are complete, we'll enjoy dinner together and we'll pick up our program after that. Again, sincere welcome to all of you. Nika and Justina, the mic is yours.
Thank you, Dean Kennedy. Good evening, everyone. My name is Nika Naji, and I'm the co-chair of the Student Bar Associations. Thank you. I'm the co-chair of the Student Bar Association Social Affairs Committee, and my co-chair, Justina Gerges, will join me in introducing tonight's head table's guest. This is a law school's signature event, and we extend a warm welcome to all of you. We're extremely grateful to the Chief Justice Amy Lyn Blake for honoring us with her presence. We have a very distinguished head table tonight, many of whom are longtime friends of the law school. We thank them for honoring us by attending tonight. Unfortunately, one of the head table guests listed in the program, the Honorable Dalila Agayas Wendlandt, was unable to attend tonight. We will now introduce our head table guests, beginning from my far right. A 1977 graduate of New England Law, he is a prominent principal attorney of the law office of Barry Feinstein and Affiliates PC. For decades, he has handled a broad range of legal matters and has been named a top 100 trial lawyer by the National Trial Lawyers and a top 10 attorney by the National Academy of Personal Injury Attorneys. In 2022, he gifted $1 million to New England Law in honor of his parents, George and Janet Feinstein. Attorney Barry Feinstein.
Since 2001, he has served as a district attorney of Plymouth County, leading the office in which he began his legal career in 1985. He has served 4 terms as president of the Massachusetts District Attorneys Association, and he is a past vice president of the National District Attorneys Association, where he continues to serve on the opioid working group. District Attorney Timothy Cruz.
In 2024, after serving for 16 years as an Associate Justice of the Massachusetts Appeals Court, she was appointed to the Supreme Judicial Court. Upon graduating from Columbia Law, she clerked for 2 federal judges before joining the law firm now known as WilmerHale, where she eventually became a partner. She's an accomplished violinist, and she regularly plays with the Boston Civic Symphony Orchestra. The Honorable Gabrielle Wolohan.
She is the Chief Justice of the Massachusetts Appeals Court and a 1992 graduate of New England Law. She'll be introduced more completely later in the program. The Honorable Amy Lyn Blake.
A 1983 graduate of New England Law and a member of the Board of Trustees since 1999, he became chairman of the board in 2021. He served as Assistant United States Attorney for the United States Attorney's Office for the Southern District of Houston, Texas for 25 years. Chairman Albert A. Balboni.
A former commandant of the United States Air Force's Judge Advocate General School, he assumed the role of CEO and Dean of New England Law Boston in January 2025. He served for almost 28 years as an Air Force Judge Advocate General, including 4 assignments as a Staff Judge Advocate. In 2019, he won the American Bar Association's award for the most outstanding career of a Judge Advocate, and in 2020, he won the Air Force Associates Stuart R. Reichart Award, given to the most outstanding senior attorney for the Air Force, CEO and Dean James Kennedy.
He was appointed to the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court by Governor Charlie Baker in 2017 after having served as Chief Justice of the Appeals Court. He taught state constitutional law at Boston College Law School and has served on the visiting committee of the University of Chicago Law School. He formerly served on the Supreme Judicial Court Advisory Committee on the Rules of Civil and Appellate Procedure. The Honorable Scott Kafka.
Until her retirement in 2011, she was an Associate Justice of the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court, an appointment that she earned after serving on the Superior Court as an Assistant District Attorney in Norfolk County, the Honorable Judith Cowan.
In 2022, he was elected Essex County District Attorney. He previously represented Salem in the Massachusetts House of Representatives. Earlier in his career, he was a patrol officer in the Salem Police Department, where he ultimately earned the role of Chief of Police. He has also taught criminal justice at Endicott College and Salem State University. District Attorney Paul Tucker.
In 2010, after 18 years of service as the state senator from the Norfolk and Plymouth District, he was elected District Attorney of Norfolk County. A member of the Massachusetts House of Representatives from 1977 to 1992, he also spent many years on both the Governor's Anti-Crime Council and the Board of Directors of Domestic Violence Ended. District Attorney Michael W. Morrison.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce Albert A. Balboni, New England Law, Boston, class of 1983, and chairman of the New England Law, Boston Board of Trustees. Sir, over to you.
Good evening. My name is Albert Balboni. I'm chairman of the Board of Trustees of New England Law, Boston. I'm also a proud alum of the law school, class of 1983. Ooh, that's a long time ago. I am delighted to be here tonight celebrating Law Day with so many members of the New England law community, including our CEO and Dean Jim Kennedy, who is attending this special occasion for their first time. Welcome and thank you all for being here. The Law Day Banquet has become a treasured tradition at New England Law, bringing together students, faculty, staff, alumni, and business and judicial leaders from around Massachusetts and the United States. As a former New England student, I can't help but reflect on the outstanding opportunity that this event presents to our current hardworking students to share an evening with such prominent and inspiring guests. I'm honored to welcome Chief Justice of the Massachusetts Appeals Court, Amy Lyn Blake, an exemplary judicial leader in our great Commonwealth and tonight's keynote speaker. Chief Justice Blake is the first woman to lead the appeals court. How appropriate for a graduate of our law school, which was the first in the country to educate women exclusively. Not only did Chief Justice Blake earn her JD at New England Law, but she also taught here as a member of our adjunct faculty. Some of you may have been lucky enough to take her course on domestic violence. I would also like to welcome Chief Justice Blake's guests tonight, Richie Blake, her husband, Robin Blake, her sister-in-law, Michael Blake, her brother-in-law, the Honorable Ariane Vuno, Associate Justice of the Appeals Court, Gina DeRossi, Court Administrator at the Appeals Court and a 1996 graduate of New England Law, Maggie Farrell, Administrative Attorney at the Appeals Court, Ariane Fisher and Becker Sue, Judicial Clerks at the Appeals Court, and Monique Duarte, Operations Manager at the Appeals Court. Thank you all for being here. We are delighted to celebrate with you. It is my privilege to introduce the Honorable Amy Lyn Blake, an exceptional jurist who graduated from New England Law Boston in 1992 and later taught our students as a member of our adjunct faculty. Chief Justice Blake has served with distinction as a member of the judiciary for 17 years and is the first woman to lead the Massachusetts Appeals Court. New England Law is honored to recognize Chief Justice Blake for her outstanding contributions to the justice system of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. After graduating from University of Rochester, Chief Justice Blake worked as a victim witness advocate in the Middlesex County District Attorney's Office while attending New England Law as an evening student. Despite her demanding schedule, Chief Justice Blake set herself apart as a stellar student. She graduated cum laude from New England Law, and she received the Amos L. Taylor Award for Excellence in Achievement. After earning her JD, Chief Justice Blake worked in the Middlesex County DA's office as an assistant district attorney. She then spent 14 years working in private practice, becoming an expert in domestic relations law, and eventually rising to partner at Kasner and Elwards LLP. In 2008, Governor Deval Patrick appointed her to the Probate and Family Court. 6 years later, he appointed her as an Associate Justice of the Massachusetts Appeals Court, a testament to the skill and thoroughness that she brings to the bench. In November 2024, Amy Lyn Blake was sworn in as Chief Justice of the Appeals Court by Governor Maura Healey. This honorary degree joins a list of impressive achievements. In 2013, the Massachusetts Association of Women's Lawyers named Chief Justice Blake a distinguished jurist. And in 2017, the Middlesex County Bar Association named her Jurist of the Year. New England Law Boston is honored to award Chief Justice Amy Lyn Blake an honorary Doctor of Laws degree in recognition of her remarkable career, her courageous leadership, and her unwavering commitment to the people of Massachusetts. Chief Justice Blake. By authority of the Board of Trustees and the Corporation, New England Law Boston confers upon Chief Justice Amy Lyn Blake the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws, with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities are pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Clear my stuff out of your way here. Is this?
Take your time.
There we go. I think you're good.
This is a little overwhelming. Those of you that know me know that I'm usually not at a loss for words. Where's the teleprompters? Good evening, everyone. As a proud graduate of New England Law Boston, a former adjunct faculty member, and as the first woman Chief Justice of the Massachusetts Appeals Court, I'm delighted to be here today. I'm delighted to be here today to join you in celebrating Law Day. In preparing my remarks for tonight, I thought a lot about New England Law. As you know, it was founded in 1908 as Portia Law, with a mission to provide legal education exclusively to women at a time when most other schools did not. New England Law recognized the invaluable contribution of women to the rule of law, something I am proud to emphasize every day in my new role. The annual tradition of observing Law Day, officially designated as May 1st, began in 1958 when President Dwight D. Eisenhower proclaimed, "The people of this nation should remember with pride and vigilantly guard the greatest heritage of liberty, justice, and equality under law which our forefathers bequeathed to us." In a related statement, President Eisenhower remarked, "We honor not only the principle of the rule of law, but also those judges, legislators, lawyers, and law-abiding citizens who actively work to preserve our liberty under the law." It's an opportunity to highlight not only the importance of the rule of law in a free society, but also the way in which our legal system strives to achieve fair treatment and justice for all people. The observation of Law Day enables us to explore our duties to one another under the Constitution and to recommit to its democratic norms. On a more personal note, it is indeed a special occasion to have the honor to return to my alma mater to speak about the legal profession's important role in fostering community, mutual respect, and collective responsibility. There can be no doubt that in these increasingly challenging and fraught times, they remain hallmarks of a strong democracy. It seems like yesterday I was attending this banquet in the back with all of you as an evening division student. I was reflecting on my legal path and what that looked like. Admittedly, it was a time that was filled with both tremendous excitement and more than a little trepidation. Looking back today, I'd have to say it all turned out okay. I would like to extend my warmest thanks to Dean James Kennedy, especially as he embarks on a journey to bring this outstanding and historic law school into a new era. To the Board of Trustees, led by Chairman Albert Balboni, the officers of New England Law, the students, faculty, staff, and alumni of this wonderful institution, and to the many distinguished guests, colleagues, and friends who have gathered tonight to reflect on this year's theme of Law Day, E pluribus unum, out of many, one. Let me turn to a bit more history. Before the Continental Congress adjourned on July 4th, 1776, it passed a resolution creating a committee composed of John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, and Thomas Jefferson. Their task was to create a seal for the newly independent United States of America. These patriots and revolutionaries needed an emblem to visually symbolize a sovereign nation and a free people with lofty aspirations and boundless hopes for their future. The creation of the Great Seal of the United States was a daunting task. It took 6 years and the combined effort of 14 men to finally bring it to fruition on June 20, 1782. I do wonder whether the task would have been completed more expeditiously had it been undertaken by the talented women of the time, including our own Abigail Adams, but that's a conversation for another day. Significantly, 4 features that initially were recommended by Adams, Franklin, and Jefferson were included on the final version of the seal. The Eye of Providence, symbolizing God watching over humanity, and the year 1776, representing the date of this nation's independence. Those appear on the reverse side of the seal. A shield depicting the national coat of arms and the phrase E pluribus unum appear on the front of the seal. At the time of the American Revolution, this Latin expression was a familiar sight on the title of Gentleman's Magazine, a monthly periodical published in London from 1732 to 1922, which was widely read in the American colonies. Scholars have surmised that it likely served as an inspiration for the committee charged with creating the seal. The phrase E pluribus unum, which is comprised of 13 letters, is emblazoned across a scroll that is clenched in an eagle's beak. Its meaning and inclusion on the seal express the formative idea that from the union of the 13 original states arose a single new nation. That is to say, out of many, one. Our founding fathers aspired to create a strong national government that would be more united, cohesive, and effective than the one initially drafted by the Articles of Confederation. The Articles had actually established a weak central government that exercised limited powers, primarily focused on defense and foreign affairs, preserving the autonomy of the original 13 states. For the young country, this form of government was untenable, and it ultimately led to the Constitutional Convention of 1787. 5 years after the adoption of the seal, the framers of the Constitution boldly asserted in the preamble that they, as representatives of we the people, ordained and established the Constitution in order to form a more perfect union. Fundamentally, this seminal document enshrined a collective responsibility to one another within a federal framework that would evolve to serve our nation and its people. However, I'm compelled to observe that our earliest nation did not truly serve all of its people. It excluded, among others, people of color, women, and the poor. But our future leaders and informed educators, looking at our nation through the lens of the rule of law, fought and died to end slavery, establish civil rights, and everyone's right to vote, among other things, transforming our nation into a more perfect union. But I would argue there's more work to be done. E pluribus unum was our country's de facto motto for nearly 175 years, until Congress adopted In God We Trust in 1956. Notwithstanding this change, many historians agree that E pluribus unum remains a lasting legacy of this nation. Simply put, it's an embodiment of the belief that the United States is first and foremost a rich tapestry of races, ethnicities, and cultures coming together to form one society, interconnected and interdependent, where equal rights are conferred on all citizens. By reminding ourselves of our collective rights and obligations, we can endeavor to minimize substantive differences that hinder our ability to be our best selves and to thrive as one diverse community. E pluribus unum is a profound statement of shared humanity and immense hope, one that goes back to the earliest days of our country. At the same time, there can be no debate that the ideal expressed by E pluribus unum has been challenged in myriad ways since the union of the original 13 states. As former New Orleans Mayor Mitch Landrieu, the founder of the E pluribus unum Fund, has observed, throughout our history, we have often fallen short of this ideal, allowing fear, division, and mistrust to undermine our collective potential. These fractures carry a deep cost, not just to individuals, but to the promise of America itself. He continued, the path to a brighter future for everyone begins with seeing the power in our collective history and identity that grows from the richness of our individual stories and experiences. From this foundation, we can build opportunity, foster belonging, and work toward a vision of the common good. And that is my challenge to all of you. With all that is happening in our country, I certainly do not view the ideal of E pluribus unum through rose-colored glasses. Our disconnection from each other is palpable. It can feel disconcerting and overwhelming. It's easy to lose sight of the more perfect union that our founding fathers endeavored mightily to establish. We often struggle to find those common ties that bridge our differences and join us together. But yet, we cannot allow ourselves to become swallowed by pessimism. Now, more than ever, we must focus on our core principles, our shared values, and our collective national experiences so we can reinvigorate our sense of common purpose and direction. In the face of forces that may be working to separate us, it is essential to remember that we are stronger together, more resilient together, and more successful together. A rich tapestry is woven together by countless different threads, the combination of which creates a masterpiece. Out of many, one. The legal community is well positioned to uphold the ideal of E pluribus unum by supporting and advancing a system that ensures fairness, equity, and justice for all people, regardless of their background, identity, or circumstances. Lawyers can and do lead by example in fostering community, mutual respect, and collective responsibility. You will not be surprised to hear me say that access to justice is critical. The invaluable and tireless work performed by legal service organizations, pro bono advocates, and public defenders exemplifies how the legal profession strives to ensure that everyone, irrespective of their seemingly disparate circumstances, is afforded the rights and protections to which they are entitled. The resolution of conflicts, whether through the judicial system or through alternative dispute resolution, contributes to social harmony by finding common ground, fostering mutual respect and understanding, and ensuring that opposing perspectives are reconciled honestly and impartially. In addition, by working to dismantle systemic inequalities and promote legal reforms, thereby ensuring that marginalized or oppressed groups are treated fairly, the legal profession plays a key role in honoring the spirit of E pluribus unum by building bridges that unite diverse communities. Whether you are a student, a new attorney, or one who has been in practice for decades, your commitment to nurture and advance this ideal is critically important. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, and it is my profound hope that you will, is to reflect deeply on how you can foster the ideal of E pluribus unum in your own life, in your practice, in your community. Then take action to build and shape that more perfect union. It can seem like an overwhelming challenge, getting a little broken up about it, but the value in its pursuit is its own reward. As a grateful New England Law Boston grad, I can tell you we are well prepared to successfully accomplish this mission. Thank you. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you all for being here with us tonight. Thank you all for being here with us tonight. We're especially grateful to Chief Justice Blake for her participation at our 2025 Law Day banquet. We now invite you to join us for dancing in the Essex Ballroom on the 3rd floor. We hope you have a pleasant remainder of the evening. Thank you.